Hello friends, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm covering common validation errors that comes during Salesforce deployment. Let's understand first why these validation error comes when we are deploying our package from one org to another org and when we are validating the package. This occur when the metadata being deployed fails to meet the specific system requirement. So if you are saying in the interview that you have worked on deployment using ChainSet or any other tools that you have mentioned in your resume, then you might get this question: what are the common validation errors that you have discovered while deploying your package from one org to another org, and while validating your test classes, what are the errors that you have seen? So that they might frame this question in a different way, but by understanding the common validation errors, this will help answer this question, and you can go with confidence. If you are saying that you have worked on deployment and you have worked on CI/CD tools, and you're showing your expertise in those tools, so definitely this question will come from the interviewer, right? So let's understand what are the common validation errors that you might see while validating your package. So the first one is the missing dependency. So this error usually comes when the deployment package references the components, example, fields, classes, objects that are missing in the target org. So in order to resolve this issue, you basically check the dependency in the deployment logs, add the missing dependent components to the deployment package. So you can, if your organization is using some CI/CD tools like Flowsum, Capado, or you can use Salesforce dependency analysis tool to identify related components, right? And the second error that you might see while validating the package is Apex test failures. So this error usually come when the test classes fail due to logic errors or incomplete code coverage or data issue. So to resolve this issue, you basically review the error message in the test execution log, update the test class to handle null values, edge cases, or incorrect assertion, and ensure at least 75% code coverage for all Apex classes and triggers. So as you know, this is the minimum required in order to deploy your Apex classes into production environment, right? So you run individual test classes to identify the specific cause. Next one we have is the field level security issue. So this error comes when the deployment package includes fields without proper FLS configuration. So to resolve this issue, you add the FLS setting for the fields in the deployment package and ensure that the field permission match the target org's requirement. And the next one we have profile and permission set errors. So profile and permission set include invalid references to fields, objects, or permission that are not present in the target org. So that's when you get this error message. To resolve this issue, you remove the invalid references or ensure the reference component exists in the target org, or try to validate the deployment without including profiles and permission sets to isolate the issue. And the next one we have is manage package dependency. So the error usually comes when the component reference a managed package that is not installed in the target org. So to resolve this issue, you install the required managed package in the target org and ensure the correct version of the managed package is installed. And the next one we have is invalid metadata API format. So this error usually comes when the metadata files are not in the proper format for Salesforce deployment. So to resolve this issue, you basically, if you're using tools, so you take help of those tools to retrieve metadata in the correct format and validate the metadata XML structure and ensure it adheres to the Salesforce metadata API standards. And the next one we have is the duplicate or conflicting components. So this error usually comes when the duplicates or conflicting component exists in the deployment package. So to resolve this issue, you basically remove the duplicates from the deployment package and resolve naming conflicts between the components in the source and the target org, right? And the next error we might see is validation rule conflicts. So this error usually comes when the existing validation rules in the target org blocks the data deployment. So to resolve this issue, you temporarily deactivate the conflicting validate rules in the target org and reactivate them after the deployment is complete, right? And you might get issues on flows, process builder, conflicts, right? So why these as it comes when you are deploying components related to triggers or processes, workflows that conflict with the existing configuration. So to resolve this issue, you temporarily deactivate the flows of existing workflows or processes and that are causing issues and use debug logs to identify and resolve process error. And namespace prefix issues. These metadata references names prefixes not available in the target org. So to resolve this issue, you verify that the namespace prefixes is registered in the target org and remove references to non-existent namespaces, right? So, okay. So these are the steps that I have concentrated here to resolve the deployment errors. So first thing first, you analyze the deployment logs and you validate the deployment package and you use the change sets or Closum tools if you are using any CI/CD tools. So you take help of those tools and run tests in the target org, execute test classes in the target org to identify errors before deploying, and to isolate the issue, use partial deployments to deploy smaller components in stages to isolate and resolve the issue. And you know if there are multiple developers are involved and they have given components to install, right? Like Apex classes or web components or uh, other configuration changes, and you are seeing errors in their test classes that they have written, then you have to collaborate with other developers in order to resolve the issues. So please let me know if you have any question or any feedback, and I'll be happy to help you out with your question. Thank you.